Chapter 2, Indian Economy 1950-1990. Indian economy was in the state of deterioration and stagnation at the time of independence. So certain policies were adopted by the government of India along with adoption of 5-year plan for the progress in the field of agriculture, industry, trade and etc. Let's begin the chapter 2. Chapter 2, Indian Economy 1950-1990. Indian economy, 15th August 1947. Poor, stagnant, backward. Leaders wanted to decide the system of economy, whether capitalist, mixed, socialist. They wanted development along with welfare. There are three types of economic system. One is capitalist or a market-based economy where main motive is profit. Another is socialist, which is a centrally planned economy. Government takes major decision. Welfare is a major motive. Mixed economy, where profit and welfare go hand in hand. Plan. A plan spells out how the resources of a nation should be put to use. A plan consists of goals, general as well as specific. India adopted 5-year plans which they borrowed from then Soviet Union. And in 1950, the Planning Commission was set up under the chairmanship of the Prime Minister of the country. Goals of 5-year plans. Number 1, promotion of social justice, high rate of economic growth, modernization, increase in employment and self-reliance. The first goal, high rate of economic growth. Colonial exploitation led India to a backward economy. Main concern here was increase in national income, increase in per capita income and removal of poverty. Second goal, modernization. Adoption of new technology along with change in social outlook. That means one of the example we can give here is recognition of women. Like in India, we gave the right to vote to women at the time of independence itself. Third is self-reliance. We have to build up our base in such a way that we do not have to depend on foreign countries. Fourth one, promotion of social justice or equity to reduce the gap between rich and poor along with equal distribution of wealth. Last, increase in employment opportunities by generating employment generation programs and providing jobs. Features of economic policies 1950-1990. Comprehensive planning involving all sectors or spheres of the economy, agriculture, health, industry, education. Adopting mixed economy, private as well as public. Rapid growth of industrialization. Development of public sector. Balanced growth of all the sectors of the economy. High rate of capital formation. Employment generation. Development and upliftment of backward region. Social welfare. The first aspect, agriculture. 70% of the population is engaged here. It contributes to national income, employment, industry, as raw material, government revenue, trade and exports. Land reforms. Land reforms were a major aspect as majority of the population was engaged on agriculture. Under this, abolition of Jamindari system, consolidation of land holding, new measures to conserve water and soil, new irrigation projects, setting up of Food Corporation of India, announcing MSP and intensive farming were given major focus under land reforms. agriculture, a new agricultural strategy was adopted so that there is a boost given to the agriculture or farming sector. Number one, around 1960s, Green Revolution came up, use of modern farming method so that more production of food grains which may result in marketable surplus. Plant protection, use of pest control and insecticide. Rotation of crops along with multiple cropping. Mixed farming, subsistence crop as well as cash crop. Introduction of commercial agriculture to increase the earnings of the farmers. And plantation agriculture again to provide major revenue boost to the farming sector. Debate over agriculture subsidy. Incentive for adoption of new technology like HYV seeds, equipment. This was to encourage the farmer to grow more, but new technology was always a risk factor. Initially, fertilizer subsidies were given by the government, but they gave heavy burden to the government. Subsidy is necessary, but farming in India continues to be a risky aspect. Later, fertilizer subsidy was abolished as its benefit was not reaching the target group or the poor farmers. Industry. Economics have found that poor nations can progress only if they have a good industrial base. Employment in industry is more stable as compared to agriculture because agriculture does not provide us employment throughout the year. So, 5-year plans gave a lot of emphasis to industry. At the time of independence, we had only cotton textile, iron steel and jute industry. So, under second 5-year plan, certain industrial policies came up which gave a boost to the industrial sector. Market and state in Indian industrial development. More public sector as few Indian private industrialists were there to invest. The decision to develop the economy on socialist lines led to policy of state controlling the sector as the second 5-year plan puts. The policy of the private sector would have to be complementary with the public sector leading the way. So more emphasis here was given to the public sector rather than private sector. Industrial policy. Formulation of principles and rules for industrialization of the country. It incorporates fiscal and monetary policy, consumer and capital goods, tariff policy, labor policy, foreign capital, government attitude towards public-private sector. Now, one of the major aspects in this chapter regarding industry is the industrial policy of 1956. This time, our second 5-year plan has just begun. The industries were classified into 3 categories. One was exclusively owned by the state, that is the government. Another, private sector which will supplement the efforts of the state, but state will start and take responsibilities to start new units. Remaining industries should be owned by the private, but under the state control under the licensing system. So here, this classification and combination shows us a coordinated development of public and private sector, along with promotion of village and small-scale industry and balanced regional development of the industrial sector. Another aspect during this time was the promotion of small-scale industry. In 1955, Kirby Committee was set up to promote small-scale industries, basically to focus on the rural development. Initially, small-scale industry limit was 5 lakh, now it is 1 crore. It is labor intensive, so solves the problem of unemployment. Stiff competition from large-scale industry led to reservation of certain products for the small-scale industry. Trade policy. Any economy to grow, we should have a good foreign exchange reserve. But Initially, since we do not have major industries, so we were buying majority of goods from the foreign countries, and our foreign exchange was going for that. So under trade policy, import substitution was adopted. First 7 5-year plan focused on import substitution. In this, there was goods which were required instead of buying from abroad were produced in our country. This was done in two ways: tariff, that is taxes on imported goods, and quota, quantity of goods which can be produced within our country. This restricted imports, promoted the Indian firms from foreign competition, as industries in domestic market were not in a position to compete against goods produced in the developed countries. Effect of policies on industrial development: increase in proportion of industrial sector in GDP because boost was given to industrial sector. Small scale industry gave opportunities to small businessmen and generated employment. Development of certain indigenous industries like electronic, automobile were promoted, and they were protected from foreign competition. The government had a monopoly of certain services like telecommunication, etc. Permit license Raj. It was essential to obtain the license to start any industrial venture, but this was misused by the big industrialists as they were not allowing new firms to enter the market. The protection from foreign competition, restricted imports were criticized. Scholars point out that public sector is not meant for earning profit but to promote welfare. Economics hold that we should protect our producers from foreign competition as long as rich nations continue to do this. During this time, lot of conflicts occurred, and India also suffered from financial crisis. As a result, in the year 1991, India came up with new economic policy. This is all about the chapter. Thank you.